Welcome back from the rest hold, everyone. Hopefully you're feeling nice and good right now. And we're going to get into the Fastlane predictions for 2016. And we're going to start off with the pre-show, the kickoff match, which you would think, instead of having a match, they would have put the peep show thing on this. But instead, we're getting the 2 out of 3 Falls United States Championship match between Kalisto and Del Rio. That's going to be the pre-show. Kind of sucks, right?
Yeah, kind of does. Could be worse, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be another promo, but we'll get into that when we get into part 5 here. But 2 out of 3 falls. This is the type of situation where these people have traded the belt multiple times. They've fought each other maybe 6 times already over the past month and a half. And now we're going to get a 2 out of 3 falls match. It's like...
What I'll credit them for is the gimmick actually makes sense because of how much they've traded back and forth.
Yeah.
This way they can go, yeah, well, I beat you multiple times in one match. I'm clearly the better guy. The issue is, I've got to watch them for a longer period of time, and I don't want to.
Yeah, see, I'm not too into this match overall, and it's not just because I don't like Del Rio all that much, but they haven't done much to convince me that Kalisto is a decent champion.
Correct.
Can't argue with that.
No. Yeah, like they kind of pushed him off to the side, and it sucks because Kalisto, he deserves a little bit better than that.
He's still the champ, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he had, because he won a Rumble. I was just making sure he hadn't lost it since then, and I just forgot about it. But yeah, it kind of sucks. But at the same time, what are you gonna do? It's they might just be keeping it stationary for now because they have a bigger plan going into Mania. Hopefully, they have something bigger than these two for the title going into Mania. But when it comes to a pre-show match, it'll be an entertaining match, in my opinion. I don't know about match of the night, but if you give these guys a couple minutes and don't put a ad in the middle of the match, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, they're going to do that.
Of course they will.
If anything, that might kill the match. If they put it at the wrong time, it will just kill it.
I can see them putting it after the first fall.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Del Rio gets like a roll up or something like that, and then it's just kind of like, well, we got 1 fall down, but we have 2 more left to go, possibly, unless the other person wins it. And
you know what they should do? They should have the first 2 falls happen and then go to the commercial break. And then before they come back, one of them scores the 3rd fall. And yeah.
And then they're just like, I'm sorry that we showed you that preview for WWE Ride Along or whatever. Looks like we had a new champion.
Yeah, pretty much. I wouldn't fault him for that. It'd be kind of funny. So
I'd laugh. I'd admit it.
Do you remember when they went to commercial break during the Cesaro and I think Kofi match, and they literally put the ending of the match on their app, so if you didn't have the app, you just missed it?
Yeah. Which maybe that would have been something where they were like, well, let's do that so people pay more attention to the app. Or it could have just been like Kevin Dunn fucked up. He done fucked up.
Probably the former, but yeah.
So, as far as Kalisto and Del Rio with the U.S. title goes, anybody want to see the title change, or are we okay with Kalisto as champ? Or are we just like, who fucking cares? Somebody else needs to win this belt.
I think the United States title needs to be retired.
I agree.
I don't think that's an option in this match.
Well, see, they do the first pinfall, and Del Rio wins. The second pinfall, Kalisto wins. And the third pinfall, somebody else comes out that has no ties to the match whatsoever, and then he becomes the champion, and then they get fired. So then it's like, well, we don't have a champion. Fuck it. You know what I mean? It's a way to do it.
All hail vacant.
I was hoping when Seth captured the US belt, he was actually going to get rid of it.
Me too.
Never happened.
And I mean, if it wouldn't have been a situation where now we've got Kevin Owens with the IC title and Kalisto with the US title, and I'm kind of assuming that both of them are going to still be champions at the end of Fastlane, I would have thought that this would have been a great year for the title unification at WrestleMania, but we're definitely not getting that this time around. But John Cena did a great job with this US title, and it's just not the same with Del Rio or Kalisto.
Well, see, if you really think about it, John Cena getting injured totally fucked up whatever plan they had with that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you see, it's always been the case that the guy makes the title. The title doesn't make the guy.
No. We should be blaming John Cena. That motherfucker gets injured, and now we're forced to deal with this. Fuck that guy. Seriously, it's his fault. I don't see why you guys are in agreement with me about this. It is 100% John Cena's fault.
You're
John
right.
Cena,
Damn it! How dare he get injured on purpose?
He is the biggest douchebag in the history of douchebags.
I don't know, the way you delivered that sentence made you sound like a douchebag.
No. I may be a douchebag for calling John Cena, the leader of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, a douchebag, but John Cena is a douchebag. Where is Dace here to play the douchebag sounder?
Sounder.
So, who's winning this match? Drew, Kalisto, or Del Rio?
For the sake of my fantasy team, I would say Del Rio, and I would not be surprised if they gave him the title back. I actually have no idea. I'm 50-50. It could go either way, and I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to put Del Rio just for the sake of it. They want a bigger name to have the title going into Mania. It would be Del Rio, so I'm going to go with him for now.
Where you go?
Del Rio's more talented. He's more believable with the championship, so I'm just going to hope... I'm more hopeful that he'll win. I don't want Kalisto with the belt.
Kalen?
Before I heard that this was going to be on the pre-show, I was thinking Kalisto was going to hold on to the belt, and at WrestleMania, it's probably going to be, I'm thinking, a multi-man match. The odds are going to be stacked against him even greater. When I found out this is going to be a pre-show match, now I'm even more convinced that Kalisto is going to retain the belt, because it's the pre-show. You want to get people excited. You want to get them happy, and you want the babyface to win on the pre-show typically.
So positive the heel won in the last pre-show.
Well, maybe last time, but in general.
Well, everything
What was
that I
the last
said.
pre-show?
I don't know. I was just saying random shit.
I know. I don't even think that's right, Drew. But anyway. So since it's on the pre-show, I'm saying Kalisto's going to win. But I was thinking that even before. I mean, he does have the title. He has the cup of coffee. So I think Kalisto's going to win because the coffee's going to help energize him.
I'm really curious. I got to look up what the last pre-show was. It was Mark Henry and Jack Swagger won that match to get into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So the babyfaces won that one too.
See, Drew, you're wrong. Douchebag.
I never claimed for being right. I was just throwing random facts out there.
If it's random, then it's not a fact.
I was hoping you'd correct me, and Tony had to, so really, whose fault is it? It's yours.
So am I
say John Cena's?
It's John Cena's fault. God damn it. Am I the only one going with Kalisto here? You guys are all thinking it's going to change hands?
No, I'm going Kalisto 100%.
I actually think Kalisto is going to win. I just say Alberto because I want him to.
See, I like Kalisto better.
I'm not even a Del Rio fan. I just don't buy into Kalisto as a champion. He's the guy that you put out there at the start of the match to make people clap and go ooh and ah like Neville is. He's not like an important guy.
Another thing as well, Sin Cara's back. Would not be surprised if they dropped the title off him for those who do tag team stuff.
Yeah. And I'd be cool with that. Like, I like Kalisto.
I
don't really like Del Rio all that much. But Del Rio is clearly the higher priority when it comes to credibility and stuff like that. Like, especially hitting into WrestleMania, Kalisto's not getting a singles match. Guaranteed. If he does, it's fucking pre-show again. And if you do pre-show stuff with Kalisto and the U.S. title, all it does is devalue Kalisto and the U.S. title. So, like, if you were to do, like, Kalisto versus Tyler Breeze at WrestleMania, I like both those guys. Nobody's going to give a shit.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm thinking that they're going to have the odds stacked against him. I think it's going to be a multi-man scramble for the title.
I'm definitely going with that, which that's why it makes me think Kalisto's keeping it. Because they can have him go in and be like, well, I'm a fighting champion, and I'll end up fighting anybody, even if it's like 10 other people. And maybe they'll do a ladder match like they did last year with the IC title. Maybe they'll do, fingers crossed, maybe they'll do a scramble match, since they've done like 3 of those in the whole history, and it's fucking great, but they never want to do it again. I don't know why. Or maybe they'll just make it like a fatal 4-way or something like that. But I'm definitely thinking we're getting Kalisto and like Ziggler and Stardust and whatever, Del Rio, I don't know what the hell he's going to be a part of, but if he is again involved in the U.S. title match, if he's part of this multi-man thing, I'll be pissed. I'd rather see him in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Kalisto is great at getting the hot tag and coming in and cleaning house, but as a singles champion, like you guys said, I'm just not buying it. They're not booking him very well.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully if we get a new champion, it ends up working out well for WrestleMania. If we keep things the same, hopefully that ends up working out well for WrestleMania. I'm going Kalisto. It's kind of a split vote here. So anybody listening right now, go ahead, leave your comments below. Tell us what you think is going to end up happening here. Are we getting a new champion or not? And what would you like to see happen at WrestleMania as well? We've got a whole bunch of other matches to break down, so we're going to get right into part 5 next, where we're going to talk about the non-match of the night, the Cutting Edge Peep Show.